What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. On this show, I want to talk about what went wrong against Colorado. What went wrong in the Colorado season opener against Georgia Tech. So a lot of people have voiced their opinions on it. Some people saying it's the offensive coordinator. Some people saying it's the defensive coordinator. Some people saying it's the quarterback. Some people saying it's just stopping the run defense. What went wrong here? Um, well, one thing I can tell you is somebody has to lose the game. Somebody has to lose. That's one thing. Somebody has to lose the game. But what went wrong? I'm gonna read some of the comments from the latest video I have up. Somebody said here. Well, hold on. I'm gonna say who it is. We're gonna read some of the comments. But uh, happy Sunday to everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. So let's see. Let me heart this comment. This is from Rich Mo410. He said the Buffs obviously need to stop the run. Quarterback alone had 150 rushing. He said we miss Shador's accuracy, but you're correct. He's in the NFL. Fan since the 1980s. Go Buffs. So he's been a fan since the Buffs since the 1980s. So obviously, Rich, you have you don't seen it all with the Buffs. He said he's been a fan for the Buffs since the 1980s, so he's seen everything. He even seen their national title run, their Rashan Salam Heisman Trophy year. I saw that. I saw Rashan Salam Heisman Trophy. I remember that. So he's saying that the Buffs obviously need to stop the run. Yes, I do agree they could do a little better stopping the run. The quarterback alone, but the thing is, though, you have to give that quarterback some credit. The Georgia Tech quarterback, he's really that good. And a lot of teams back when Michael Vick was playing, they said the same thing about their teams. Oh, we need to stop the run. We have to find a way to contain Michael Vick. There's no containing Michael Vick. And for those that's old enough to remember the Michael Vick experience, you couldn't contain him. In fact, the only thing that stopped Michael Vick was some off the field stuff. But I lived in Virginia, and I was in Virginia at that time when that incident happened. And I'm going to tell you, it didn't happen the way you thought it happened. But Michael Vick got his second chance and came back. He went to Philly. You know, he did his thing in Philly. He had a stint with the Jets too, but there was no stopping Michael Vick. None. There was no stopping Michael Vick at that time. I don't care how good your run defense is, you're not stopping Michael Vick. You said, please look into, let me see, please look into voiceover work. Thank you. Thank you, April. You know, a guy from TMZ said that, the owner of what's his name? Not Harvey, the other guy. He works at TMZ. When I was at the Diddy trial, he said the same thing. He said, do you do voiceover work? I thought he was joking. I was like, are you joking? He was like, no, I'm not joking. James Earl Jones passed away. He said, what you doing? That's what he told me. It was the guy from TMZ that said that. I appreciate you. Um, I'm not going to read this comment. This is just, And somebody said here, well, let me just say the name. Revy W Revy Review Craze. He said, looking at their schedule, I'm calling for a 2-9 season. Now, Review Craze, I'm not calling for a 2-9 season. I'm not calling for a 2-9 season. Revy Craze, if you ever listen to this. So just let you guys know, I'm reading comments right now. And because I go through I go through all the comments. I know like some content creators, they don't really read the comments. I actually read them because what happens is I get video ideas from the comments. Most of my video ideas is from the comment section, just to let you guys know that. if you don't know already. Some of you probably already know that. So if you have any video ideas, that's a nice dog. If you have any video ideas, leave them in the comments, because for sure I will remix your thoughts in the video. I will do it. I will, because I don't know. Even though I played football, I don't. I'm still learning about the game. I'm still learning aspects about the game that I never even considered before. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Before, before Coach Prime took on the job at Jackson State, I stopped watching football. I mean, I stopped watching college football. Actually, I watch college football every now and then, but I stopped watching the NFL. There's certain players in the NFL, if they walk past me right now, I wouldn't even know who they are. And I'm just getting to know who they are now. Like this new generation of NFL, I'm just getting to know who some of these are. Of course, I know the Patrick Mahomes and people like that, of course. The Travis Kelce's, his brother Jason Kelsey. Of course, I know them, even though Jason retired. But I'm just now getting reacclimated to the game within the past 5 years. Within the within the past that's a nice system he got in that Infinity truck. Within the past 5 years, I must be honest with you, I'm just getting reacclimated to the game. And so when I look at games a lot differently now. I look at it because I consider myself an analyst, a sports analyst, because I'm covering the news and regarding Colorado and regarding Shedeur. I am going to cover the news regarding Travis Hunter when his campaign gets started. So when Travis' campaign gets started, I will be following his campaign. I will be following Jimmy Horn's campaign, LaJohntay Wester's campaign, and Cam Ward. I'm looking at Cam Ward as well. Oh, shout out, just to give you just real quick. Select QBs showed his face again yesterday. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Darryl. Darryl might be the best quarterback coach on the planet. Did you know he coached the Florida State quarterback? Bucky showed it. And I remember, I said, I don't know where I remember this kid from. He was out there. Remember when Cam Ward was working out over the summer? And he had a bunch of quarterbacks out there and wide receivers. And the Florida State quarterback was out there. So Darryl had a hand in that win yesterday. Ain't that crazy? He might be the best quarterback coach on the planet. He actually is. I'm going to say he is. And the thing is, I'm surprised nobody tried to snatch him up, which I don't think so. I think as a brand, I think Darryl as a brand needs to keep doing what he's doing, because somebody's going to try to snatch him up, whether to be a quarterback coach in the NFL. I could see him getting a quarterback coaching job in the NFL or college. But the thing is, that might be a conflict of interest in his company. So I think he should just continue with his company, because he had a hand in that victory yesterday, Florida State victory against Alabama. He had a hand in that because he was the coach of that kid. And I don't know what he's telling these quarterbacks, but all his quarterbacks are doing well. He got 2 quarterbacks currently in the NFL. Arguably, I would say he had 2 first-round draft picks, even though Shedeur went in the 5th round. We know that his politics is being played. However, Shedeur said something yesterday. I don't know if y'all caught it. I don't even know if I want to say it, because I don't want to, bring no attention to it. But he said something in his social media. He did. He said it. He said, he said something. So I'm not calling for a 2-9 season. I just wanted to bring it up with Darryl really quickly. Darryl was coaching the kid at Florida State, the quarterback. And that quarterback went in there. He said it during practice that he was going to beat Alabama. He said it. And he already had beat Florida State at his old school. He beat Florida State. And now this is his first year at Florida State, and he beat Alabama. So he's 5'11". He said a lot of his whole career, people saying he too small and stuff like that because he's listed at 5'11". But Daryl coached him. I know a lot of people still salty up that upset. And you know, Alabama, it doesn't matter. I had said this before, and this is going to segue into Colorado. You said Arch Manning struggled yesterday. Okay, so this is a segue into Colorado because I said what went wrong in Colorado. Guys, it's any given Saturday. It's well in Colorado, it's any given Friday because they played on a Friday. But we say any given Saturday because you know NFL is any given Sunday because they play on Sundays usually or Monday. What I mean by that is just you could be a good team on paper, but somebody just have your number that day. Georgia Tech, dogs trying to fight the ankle biters. Um, any given Saturday, somebody could have your number. Colorado's a very good team. However, Georgia Tech had their number. We just have to say it like that. We just have to say it's not the run defense. That quarterback is like Michael Vick. He's like Michael Vick-esque. If anybody remember Michael Vick at Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, you know that I have seen. Let me tell you what happened one time. I had went to a practice. A friend of mine, well, a coworker and friend, he got his postgraduate degree at Virginia Tech. He also got his undergrad at Virginia Tech, and he used to invite us out there for games and stuff. And he invited us to a practice. He invited us. He invited us to a practice, and I remember Frank Beamer. Frank Beamer was the coach at Virginia Tech at the time. He was screaming at his defense saying, "What the hell are y'all doing?" Michael Vick was a freshman at the time. He was like, "What are y'all doing? Y'all can't stop the run? Like what's going on?" And then finally, the defensive coordinator went up to him and said, "Yo, this kid is just that good. We can't contain him. He's just that good. We cannot contain him. We don't have an answer for him. We don't have an answer for what he did." And sure enough, in Michael Vick freshman year in the Sugar Bowl against Florida State, he single-handedly almost beat Florida State by himself. I'll never forget it. Even though they lost that game. But Michael Vick showed out. I knew right then and there he was going to be a first-round draft pick. Number 1 first-round draft pick. He was like like something that you have never seen before. He was like something that you have never seen before. And I know when we look at the Georgia Tech quarterback, you're like, the optics, he don't look like he can do what he can do. But trust me, I used to see Johnny Manziel do it. I used to see Johnny Manziel kill people like that. And you blame your defense, but no, you have to say, is this kid really that good? I remember Coach Prime in a meeting just not too long ago. He had called out, he might have called out his offensive line. He said, is this kid that good? Or y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do? No, Coach Prime, that kid might be really that good. He might be really that good. And I know some people say that, well, in the ACC is better, you know, they can stop. But however, the way that kid played, they had some mistakes in that game. And I know what people are going to say. They made a lot of mistakes and they gave us the game. They really handed us the game early. No, they didn't. They didn't hand Colorado the game early. They were working. Even though they were making mistakes, sometimes you have to work hard and play through your mistakes. That's what they did. They just wanted it more. You might want to say it like that. Sorry guys, I gotta put this on subscriber only, man, because I'm getting spammed. So sorry for that. If it stops, then I'll do it again. I'll take it off. That kid was just really that good. I'm just telling you guys this. I have seen mobile quarterbacks in the past. I've seen the Michael Vicks. I've seen the Randall Cunninghams. Um, I've seen the Johnny Manziels. You know what I'm saying? The one that transcended it all was Michael Vick. There was no, you're never gonna get close to Michael Vick. You're never gonna get close, but you can be a second close. This kid is a second close. He's that good. He's that crafty. So that's what I want to say right there. Colorado has a really good team. Now, Shannon Sharp, he really criticized Caden Salter. Now, I want to say something about, remember I said this, Juju is getting ready to start. And I'm telling you right now, if he do start, he's never going to relinquish it. So that's why the coaches, they got to give Salter a chance here. Like, look, calm down. Look, calm down. Because in the game, he was doing this. I saw it. When he was talking to Rashad, he was doing this, and he was animated. Calm down. Calm down. But we also have to understand that he's a different type of a personality and quarterback. He's not Shador. So we don't want to keep saying that we miss Shador's accuracy. Listen, Shador's in the NFL now. Shador is off to grown things, even though that's his nickname, grown, but he's off to grown man things. They still spamming. Hold on one second. This is nothing but the devil. Sometimes the devil is busy, but it's not going to prosper. So we're just going to go ahead and put it on, fix that. The devil is busy. Oh, and that person that was spamming me, yeah, YouTube got you, didn't they? YouTube got you. I told y'all that person that was doing the most spamming, YouTube got you, didn't they? Oh, yeah, they got you. I told you I wasn't lying when I said I sat up there and complained. That person know who he is. And there's another way to contact YouTube, another way. And that's what I did. And I straight up said it, man. I said, can you research this person IP address? And they sure did that. And they got him. They got him. Y'all don't know who it is. It's a person from a whole different sector. Y'all don't know who it is. It's nobody y'all know. But it was somebody from the Diddy sector. That's all I'm going to tell you. So yeah, so let me just say this. So he got to calm down. Maybe it was his first game, his jitters and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't have no experience playing quarterback. The quarterback might be the hardest position in the game. Listen, you said Shurmur gave up. Listen, Shurmur ain't out there playing. The players are out there playing. I have seen players, let me tell you something. Real mofos, they get money regardless. I'm just telling you all this. That's what somebody told me. I know a friend of mine played in the NFL. He said, I don't give a damn if I got a garbage coach. I'm a motherfucking linebacker. I'm going to get money. Let me tell y'all something, right? What's his name said? He said, when you're in the game, you get the play, you get the play call, right? He said, but you also got to use your instincts to get to the ball. Sometimes you have to deviate from the plan to get to the ball. He told me this. He said it's not on the coaches. He said if you sit up there and blame the coaches, then you lost at that point. The coaches can't get out. Warren Sapp can't get out there and play. Because I guarantee you, if Warren Sapp was out there playing, it would have been a different situation. Or it would have been a different situation if Prime was out there. They're not playing anymore. They're retired. It's not, you can put it on the coaches, but the coaches are there to facilitate the game plan. But the coaches, the players are out there to execute. Now, what I'm telling you is this. At the quarterback position, I'm not trying to diss him. At the quarterback position, you got to calm down. Because I saw you on the sideline, you were very frustrated, and you pointed to the wide receiver like he was supposed to be somewhere else. Shannon caught that too. I was going to say something, but I felt like I would be nitpicking. Listen, that wide receiver was wide the fuck open. He was wide the fuck. His hands was like this. I saw it. His hands was bigger than mine. He's like this. And then you overthrew the pass, and then you complaining with him that he wasn't in the right position. That's not on Pat Shurmur. That's not on Pat Shurmur. Sometimes you have to deviate from the plan. If it calls for the quarter, if the wide receiver, that was the only way he was to be able to get open, and you see him wide open and you do it and you miss it, you missed it. You missed it a couple times. Just say my bad. That's what Shedeur would have did. But see, the thing is, we can't say that's what Shedeur would have did because Shedeur not here no more. So it's not fair to compare him to Shedeur. That's not fair. But what I'm saying is he cannot get frustrated with his wide receivers. He's going to lose that locker room. He's going to lose it, and Juju is waiting. I felt his presence. I felt him out there. And I know that, Prime, he trying to give this kid a chance. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to give the kid a chance. But I do suspect, though, at some point, they're going to have Juju come in, and he's not going to relinquish it. He's going to be the starter forever. When he finally gets in, he's going to be the starter for 4 years. Nobody's taking it. I'm just telling you this. It's not on the coaches. It's not on the coaches. If you got real MFers on the team, you gonna do your thing. And they got real ones on the team. They do. They have a bunch of real ones on the team. They have a bunch of real. All he had to do was just own it. I blew the pass. I blew the pass. You know what I'm saying? Because that kid was wide open. Now, if he's sitting up there yelling at the kid like he's supposed to be somewhere else, they ready for Juju, man. I'm just telling you this. I can see it from the outside. They're going to be ready for Juju soon. And if he comes in, he's not giving it up. He's not going to give it up. He don't have to prove that he's a passer only. I see your comment. He just have to be himself. We know that he can play. Yes, he can play. Yes. He's what you call electrifying. What's going to happen is that Delaware game is going to save him because he's going to do great against Delaware. He's going to do great against Delaware. And that'll buy him some time because they do need his legs. They do. They need his legs. I told you, I've seen Michael Vick. I've seen them all. I've seen his highlights at Liberty. Guys, when I tell you he has the opportunity to be in the Heisman Trophy running, he can. Thank you, April, for the blessing. You said, I don't understand how Salter did so well at Liberty and seemed a bit off Friday. They need cohesiveness. It just takes a little while. He just have to the coaches have to talk to him like, look, man, settle down. Just do what got you here. Just do what got you here. If you need to run the ball, so what? We know you can pass. He threw at that last play of the game down near 60 yards. We know he got an arm. He got an arm. And he got an elite one too. He got an arm on him. He's small because I don't know how much he weigh, but he got to be about 6'1". They list him at 6'1". He do have an arm on him, but just run it. If you need to run it, just run it. I think it's just a matter of just getting the jitters out. But I just don't like when that wide receiver was wide open. Don't blame the wide receiver that he wasn't in the right spot. He was wide the fuck open. He was in the right spot. Anytime a wide receiver is wide open, he's in the right spot. That's how I was coached because I was a tight end. Like when I was a tight end, obviously we had to block, but there was certain plays where it was drawn up where I was like the what you call the bailout or the decoy. And sometime I'll be wide the hell open and I just what you get, they used to call it garbage yards. Like they used to call it garbage yards. They were like, man, you missed the garbage yards. Cause I'll pick up them garbage yards because sometime late in the game, when you're tired, you might overlook what the tight end is doing. Cause I've been blocking the whole game, but you forgot that a tight end is allowed to catch. So sometimes you can get them garbage yards. Sometimes I wasn't in the right position, but I'm open. And I remember one time the receiver missed the pass on me, and he chewed me out going to the sidelines, and the coach benched him. He said, "What you chewing him out for? You missed the damn pass. He's not Plastic Man." He said, yeah, but he was in the right spot. He said he was in the right spot because he got open. He was in the right spot. He said, sometimes you have to deviate from the original plan. That's what makes people great. They improvise on the fly. They improvise on the fly. Shador was, I don't want to keep talking. Let's leave Shador out of this. Let's leave Shador because he's not here. He's not there no more. Now, some people are seeming to think that he should have stayed for a 5th year with Shador. I don't agree. I'll get into that later. I don't agree with that. He stayed 4 years. I mean, some people said, no, he needed 1 more year in the Power 5. And I'm going to tell you today, there's something brewing right now in Ohio that we already knew about. There's something else going on that is, everybody is talking about one thing, but I'm looking at this other thing. I said, wait a minute, this is going on. So well, I'll talk about that in a second, because I honestly believe Shador is going to be a backup for the next year or so, or maybe 2, because it's contingent upon Deshaun Watson. It's contingent upon if Deshaun Watson is healthy, and they're what they're doing right now, they're evaluating them. But we'll get to that in a second. Kaidon Salter, I seen something, guys. When he rolls out, this kid is moving. He is really rolling. When he roll, I don't think nobody could stop him. If he gets daylight, it's hard to bring him down. If he gets daylight, he's that fast. And but guess who else is mobile? Juju's mobile too. Did you know that? I didn't know he was mobile like that. So I mean, was he mobile in high school? Because all I saw in his clips in high school is him passing. He ran a few times in high school, but I've been seeing more passing on his highlights than anything else. I didn't know he had wheels on him. He has wheels. He does. He got wheels. He can move. He's not a statue. I wouldn't think he was a statue anyway, but no, he really can move. So Kaidon just got to calm down and like, look, I don't know. Somebody told me that coach went up to him at the game and said, if you really him, show me. I don't know if he said that, but coach went up to him and said something. I think he was giving him some words of encouragement. I don't know if he said that. If you him, show me. That's hard, though. That's hard. Yo, Coach Fromm is hard. If he said that, that's hard. Because I would have respected that, yo. If coach come up to me and say, yo, if you him, show me. Guys, I would have ran the fuck out of that ball. Do you hear me? I would have, because I wanna impress him. I didn't know he was awesomely mobile. I didn't know that, Clyde. I didn't know that. I didn't know this kid is fast. He's fast too. He looks fast, but I didn't know he was that mobile, because all the reports I've been seeing on him, the videos is him throwing. But yes, I saw it in practice. I'm like, is that the running back? They said, no, bro, that's not the running back. I said, who's number 10? Yo, because guys, I just wasn't, it didn't click in my mind that he can actually run. I don't know why, but he can run. So yeah, Salter just got to calm down. But I don't know if coach said that to him though. If you really him, show me. If he did say that, coach, that's hard, yo. That's hard. That's hard, yo. And you know what I would have said to him? Say less. I'm about to show you, say less. And I'm gonna grab my knees. I'm like, don't fail me now. And I'm gonna run the hell out of that ball. You said, hey man, all of them QBs at CU can run, all of them. Yeah, I know they can. So, but I do suspect that they're getting ready to activate Juju. They're not going to do it now. I say by week 4 or 5. They've been on activating by week 4. The Delaware game, they should roll through Delaware. Delaware, I mean, I'm not trying to knock Delaware or anything, but they're not like CU. They're not. They're not like CU, man. So, all right, so we covered Salter. So that's what I'm saying. It's just some people just have your number. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to see him run the ball more, which he is. Wait till you see it against Delaware. He gonna kill it. He is gonna kill it. But then we got to say, well, we got to wait for the next game because at least he gonna redeem himself. But at the same time, he still threw for over 140, 50 some yards though. So you have to give him credit where credit is due. He had some positive yards. And another thing what Salter did was he spread the ball around. Even though the wide receivers need to get a little bit more touches, he still had about over 5 or 6, 7 wide receivers that got a catch. So that means he spread the ball around. He has good vision. He does. He has really good vision. He just, that kid, I don't wish this on him now. He just needs to calm down and just play and just do what got him there. Because they believe in him. The coaches believe in him. He just have to do what got him there. And he'll be fine. Because I remember I saw when I was watching Bucky's clip, I heard Bucky mumble, run the ball. Run that motherfucker. Like, run it. I heard him say that. Like, come on, dude, run it. They want him to be him. They want him to be him. He was I think he might have been nervous, man. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He might have been feeling the pressure. That's where the coaches come in at to talk to him. Like, look, bro, you him, show us you him. You him. We believe in you. Just be you okay. Because Prime knows him. I didn't realize Prime knew him for a long time. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Like, since he was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he knows him. Like, he know him. He know him. Back from when his brother played. I think he said he wanted his brother to play at Truth with him. So he knows the family. So here's the thing. All he got to do is just do him. That's it. And he did. He did pass the ball very well. He did. So we have to give him that credit because in that drive where he made that touchdown pass, it looked good. He also has a quick release. I don't know if y'all noticed that. He has a very quick release. Okay, he has a very quick release. He got them legs. Yo, he could take us some places this year. He could take us his places, but the thing is, we're in a league where I'm watching a league where it's what have you done for me lately league. So they only give you but so many chances when they got somebody like Juju waiting. So I just don't wish that on him. I hope he'll be all right. Delaware, he gonna kill it. I'm just telling y'all this. He gonna kill it. You said Wyoming is a little. Wyoming, we gotta cross that bridge when we get there. You said don't listen to Pat Sherman. They have to listen to him. He the offensive coordinator. And like I said, it ain't on him. The players got to go out there and execute. Now, I know some people are talking about the play calling and the bubble screens. Listen, man. Hey, I know people talking about the play calling, the bubble screens, and the mix up in offense. That situation, that's a Coach Prime situation. And Coach Prime said something without saying it. He said, "This is on me." So yeah, so don't worry about that. If it is a situation with the play calling, he gonna get on them on that. Best believe he did get on them during the game. I saw him being animated. Like, y'all got to mix it up or something. You said what was Sherman doing in the box? He should have been on the sidelines, calming Salter down. Rashad calmed him down. That's why Rashad is there. Rashad did that. You said when Coach Prime says, "This is on me," he's gonna. I know, that's scary. When he say, "This is on me," and we got practice tomorrow, because usually, like, damn, bro, we got practice tomorrow. Yeah, they got practice tomorrow because they lost. They got practice tomorrow because usually I'm like, damn, let me rest. He gonna let us few people rest. He gonna let Amarion rest. Probably Draylon. The running back, he gonna let rest probably. Stuff like that. Like he used to do trap. He didn't let them practice the next day. He used to let them rest. Rest of them gonna play, gonna practice. You said the last play Seaton came up to Prime, and Prime was saying, I know. Yeah, he'll fix it. Prime. See, let me just say this about Prime real quick that a lot of people don't give him credit for. First of all, he knew what happened with the defense. Number one, he's what you call a defensive specialist. I know he's a defensive specialist because if you remember when he used to commentate the game, how he used to break the plays down, Prime is what you call a defensive specialist. He knows the schemes by heart. He doesn't need a card. He doesn't need it. He expects certain things in certain situations. Prime coaches like, you know who he coached like? And I'm if I go off on a limb, I'm gonna say he patterned himself like that a little bit. He reminds me of the late Bobby Bowden. That's how he coaches. When he's on the sidelines, I'm damn near seeing Bobby Bowden out there. I know he played for him. I know he played for Coach Bowden at Florida State. But when I see him on the sidelines, and the way he's standing with the head, it's like Coach Bowden. He expect his coordinators and everybody to do their job. They're there to please him. That's what Coach Bowden said. But every now and then, Coach he'll pull that, you know how he'll do this, he'll pull that down. Yeah, he don't like what he's saying. He'll switch up. But he'll probably, more than likely, whatever they needed to get fixed though, they'll get fixed by this week for sure. They'll get it because they got a really good team. No, I'm not talking about the last play, Coach. I'm not talking about the last play. You talking about the Hail Mary? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there was two other plays where he had the receiver wide open and missed it, and then he blamed it. He was like pointing to the receiver like the receiver was in the bad position. I'm not talking about the last play of the game. The last play of the game, that was a Hail Mary play. I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about actually during the actual game. He missed a few. I mean, it was wide open too. And that's okay. I mean, he's human. But my thing is he just do like this, like my bad. Like I'll get it next time. Not blame the receiver or talk to the receiver. Coach, you said year one, Prime never pulled that mic down. Yeah, but he reminds me of the late Coach Bobby Bowden. That's what he remind me of. And I could see that because that's who he played for at Florida State. He took on them characteristics. He damn sure did. The way Coach Bowden used to be, and then Coach Bowden to do like this. All right, brother, what we got here going on now? We got to get Charlie Ward. No, what did he say one time? Coach Bowden was like, was it? No, it was not Charlie Ward. It was Warrick Dunn. He said we got to get Warrick Dunn that ball now. We got to get him some touches now. We got to get that. You know, that's how he had that country talk. We got to get Warrick Dunn. We have to get him busy now. And I remember he used to say, he said, we got the great Deion Sanders. That's how he used to say it, the great Deion Sanders. That's how he used to say call Prime. But see, Coach Bowden, he let players play. You know what I'm saying? He just let people do what they do. Like, do you? Show me. That's how Coach Bowden was. I can see a little Coach Bowden in Prime. Coach Bobby Bowden definitely rubbed off on Prime. And also, what was the other coach? What was the defensive person at Florida State at the time? What was his name? Was it Mickey Andrews? He definitely rubbed off on Prime. Definitely, I know for a fact he did. I know because it's like the center. They have similar mannerisms during the game. He definitely did. I don't know if Prime ever talked about Mickey Andrews, but he definitely rubbed off on him. Definitely, and Coach Bowden. I know that for a fact. You can't tell me nothing else. I know that those guys rubbed off on him because he's old school with it. He lets players play. He'll let a freshman play. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting up there giving it to him, and you all you got to do is work hard. He don't care if you make mistakes. If you sitting up there busting your ass, you gonna play. He old school with it. He want the consistency too, though. That's where the dogs are separated. If he see you a dog, he don't care if you're a freshman. He don't care. He don't care about that. And nobody can tell me nothing. I know Mickey Andrews and Coach Bowden rubbed off on him, for sure. And also Jimmy Johnson from Dallas. You can't tell me they didn't, because he coached like him. With the way he sit there, the way he's standing there, he looking, he see what's going on. He's like, wait a minute now. And then he'll do like this. Yeah, that's how they used to do it, for sure. Yep, Coach Prime. So whatever they need to fix, or whatever he thinks that need to be fixed, they'll fix it this week, for sure. They won't do it. They won't do it again. If it's something about, I know Shannon Sharp talking about gap integrity and all that, they'll fix that. That's on the defensive coordinator. It's not really on the DQ. It's on the positional coaches. That's not on the defensive coordinator. That's on the positional coaches for gap integrity. That's the linebacker coach. That's the linebacker coach, man. And the linebacker coach and the DN's coach, whoever that is. That's not the defensive coordinator's job to teach you gap integrity. I don't think so. Not when I played. That was our positional coach that used to chew us out, not the DQ. See, in my school, we had to play both offense and defense because we had a small ass school. I hated that, yo. I damn sure did. You said Prime had Mickey Andrews speak at his team at JSU. That's a fact. Okay, I thought so. Yes, Mickey Andrews rubbed off him so bad they got similar mannerisms when they coach, and Coach Bowden, for sure. I know Mickey Andrews, Coach Andrews, rubbed off on Prime. I know he did because of Prime's knowledge of the defense. He's what you call a student of the game. There's difference between a player and a student of the game. He's actually a student of the game. Prime was in that playbook. Prime actually memorized that playbook. And then here's the crazy part. I don't know if the players know this. You know their current offense and defensive playbook. Prime knows it by heart. I don't think they're aware of that. He knows it by heart. He knows it by heart. And he knows if you out of place, he know. You can't hide it from him. You said Salter has a seriously strong arm. The ball comes off his hand like a book. I know. Yeah, he'll be fine. Thank you, ICH. Yeah, he will be. I thought so. He had a really quick release. I'm like, he like zooming that thing like boom. He got a real quick release, man. He got a real quick release. I think he'll be all right. But yes, Mickey Andrews rubbed off on Prime. He sure did. Because he coached like him. That's how you know. He coached like Coach Bowden too. You know how like he's walking around during practice and all that? Coach Bowden used to do that. Mickey Andrews used to do that. Yep. It's similar to Coach Saban's style. It's similar. They're similar coaches. Him and Prime, they're damn near the same. When you talk about coaching styles, they're the same. Just that Prime is younger, but they're the same. I'm going to tell y'all something. Give it a few more years. He's going to be in the national title contention. Give it a few years. He just need the money. He just got to get a few more pieces, and he got them now. Because I'm like, damn, that offensive line. What the fuck? Like, where do you get these players from? It's crazy, man. He gonna be in contention. Before he get up out of it, he gonna be in contention for a national title, for sure. You can see the pieces he putting together. Even though we only got one more year to enjoy Jordan Seaton before he hit to the NFL. He not staying 4 years. Jordan Seaton. Yeah, he not staying 4 years. He'll after next season he done. It goes really fast, don't it? So, and Jordan Seaton is definitely playing on Sunday. And there's another player on the offensive line. He playing on Sunday too. At least 3 of them. Jordan Seaton and 3 more. They're gonna be eventually playing on Sunday. There's some big kids, man. You said, Max, what's your opinion on? I just answered it. You said, Max, what's your opinion on fans and people saying Prime can't coach? I just said he act like Mickey Andrews. It's just that some of these commentators, they don't know who Mickey Andrews is. They too young. They too young to remember the great Bobby Bowden. They too young. What they gonna say that about the great Bobby Bowden? That he couldn't coach? He used to stand there too. But he had DQs for a reason. He said, "You here to please me." Yes, he can coach. Yes. You said Prime heard the news around Shermer. Yeah, I know Tank. So I told y'all Tank was good. I wish y'all could see. It's like she got this like house head vibe back in the day. It's like retro. Looking like she's like you remember, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Cyndi Lauper. That's how she looked. I hadn't seen that look in a long time. Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you mean, P Money. I'm not talking about you, but I've heard it. Yeah, I know Tank signed with Baltimore. I told you he was a good offensive lineman. It's just that there was something that happened in the locker room and he got pissed. That's what happened. I said it. It's something happened in that locker room. The reason why he was acting that way. Go look at his highlights from last season. That kid can play. It just sucks that whatever happened in the locker room and he got pissed. I don't know what happened. It is what it is now. That's neither here nor there now. But yeah, he's not that bad. And he's not that bad. And he also has a basketball background. He got good footwork to be a big man. But yes, Prime can coach. I'm not talking about you, P Money, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you brought up that what the fans are saying about that. Man, listen, man, they don't know football then. You know what I'm saying? You said, however, the FSU kicker missed a field goal 3 years in a row against Miami. I feel bad for him. He did. I heard that stat. Hey, the kicker got a very important position. Nobody really noticed the kicker until he mess up. You notice that? But I like how when Mata kicks, Prime is right there to hug him. He likes Mata. Mata's his guy. Prime wants Mata to go to the NFL. He wants him to do well. And he's champion, because Mata followed him since Jackson State. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something about Mata that maybe you didn't know. He used to work out with Morton Anderson. So if you know, you know. If you don't know who Morton Anderson is, you know what I'm saying? All my old school folks, you know who Morton Anderson is. Okay? You know who Morton Anderson is. The New Orleans Saints, Morton Anderson. He used to work out with him, and he was considered a 5-star kicker. But when he went to Jacks, they moved one of his stars down. I hate when they do that. Yeah, he was like considered a 5-star kicker. But then they took one of the stars away. They did the same thing to Juju too. They took one of the stars away and dropped him down to a 4-star. But it don't matter. We know Juju a 5-star. He a 5-star quarterback. You said there's nothing wrong with Sherman. I think people need to put the brakes on it. What they should have did is took time out to save time for Salters to be able to make some plays in the last minute. You call that 1-minute break with 2 timeouts coaching. I mean, if you're just going to consider just that one moment, then you could do that. I mean, we could agree to disagree. It's fine. But yes, he is a good coach. He coached a Heisman Trophy winner, if you didn't forget. He was the reason why Travis won the Heisman Trophy, because he let him play both sides of the ball because he saw the vision. People seeing the Shermer stuff, they do have a connection, contextual. They do have a connection. Uh-oh. I don't even want to entertain that. I didn't even want to entertain that. I don't want to entertain it. You said recruiting Caden Salter when you had QB1 Juju Lewis and QB2 Ryan Staub on the roster is just greedy. And you said it bit Colorado on the back, so I saw they can't get the ball downfield. CU's elite receivers, shaking my head. Now, one thing you are right about, they do have elite wide receivers. That's one thing you're right about. They have elite wide receivers. Now, you have to recruit. You have to, I mean, I don't know, man. See, the thing is, you gotta, I don't know. I can't speak on the recruiting because I don't know nothing about it. I can't speak on something I don't know. I know football just from my little experience, but as far as recruiting and that, I don't know. I don't know why people recruit the way they do. Yeah, contextual. They do have a connection. You're right. But here's the thing. Oh, let's get to that. Well, it's not on. Look, Stefanski is worried about his job because he might not have a job next year. If everything works out, if they can get Arch Manning and get it's talk about they want to get Coach Saban as well because he has a relationship with the Manning family, and the owner has a relationship with the Manning family and Coach Saban. So that means Stefanski is going to be out of a job if that happens. I don't know if it's going to happen though, because I don't know. That's contingent upon if Arch Manning decide he want to come out, and it depends on if the Browns will have the #1 pick. They have to secure the #1 pick first. If they can't secure the #1 pick, then it's either going to be next year. These are the top 3 picks coming out next year, in no particular order. If I don't know though. I don't know about Manning. Yo, he played like crap yesterday. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to put him in the top 3 after what I saw yesterday. I don't know. Watch this. Who's a better quarterback at that stage of the game? Manning or Shador? I'll wait. 1 for Shador or 2 for Manning? Let's go ahead and vote. And don't let me down. Do not let me down. Thank you. That's all I need, Brock. I just need Brock. 1 for Shador or 2 for Manning at that stage of the game? It's Shador. Thank you. It's Shador. So let me tell you this. So there's something interesting happening in Cleveland right now. So we know that the owner was at the game, and he has a good relationship with the Manning family. And his dad, the grandfather, said, well, he's going to play 4 years. But then Arch Manning said, I didn't say that. He said, I didn't say I wasn't coming out next year. So there's a possibility that he might come out. However, looking at that game yesterday, he looked hard. I'd rather take Dylan Gabriel at this point. He was hot trash in that game. I mean, and then somebody pointed out when he did play, he played against garbage teams. And he said Ohio State, they exposed him. He ain't ready. He ain't ready to come out to the NFL. He not ready. He looked like a kid out there too. He don't look like a grown man out there. He don't. See, yes, he looked good when he had what's his name, the wide receiver from that's it with the Browns now. Bond, Isaiah Bond and all them. He did look good. But however, against Ohio State, Caleb Downs and them shut his ass down. They sure did. They shut him down. He didn't look good at all. So in next year's draft, y'all know Caden Proctor, right? The All-American left tackle at Alabama. He's in the top 3. That's no question. It's not up for debate. He's in the top 3. This kid is huge, yo. He don't got bigger. He's like 6'7", 340 or 360 or something like that. It's a big dude, yo. And when he put on the pads, he looked even bigger. And you know what he said? You know what he said? He got the mentality of an offensive line. He said, I like the fact that you can legally assault somebody in a game. He said, I can legally take out my frustrations on my opponent and assault him. That's what I used to say. You mean to tell me I can assault somebody? I can literally assault somebody in a game because I had broke my hand. Let me tell you what happened at school. They messed around. They did me dirty, yo. They put me at center. I think the coach, they did me dirty, yo. They put me at center. I was getting my ass kicked until my boy Suleiman told me, he said, yo, you can legally assault somebody. I didn't know how to play it until he taught me. And if the refs don't... Hold up, I gotta take my my camera off for a minute because I lost battery. Yeah, I remember he saying that you can legally assault somebody. And I learned that. Because you're trying to move a man against his will. You're going to have to assault him. It's like assault. Because you're putting hands on him. And he got that mentality, so he's going to be a top pick. Caleb Downs from Ohio State going to be a top pick. He in the top 5 too, Caleb Downs. And he might be number 1 overall. In Arch Manning. But the way Arch Manning played yesterday, there's other players around the country that play better. So you can't overlook them. There's other players around the country that did really good. So I don't know. He going to have to redeem himself. Because Ohio State made him look crazy. You said Shedeur, Shiloh, go. Wait, Shedeur, Shiloh. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say right there. He was real smart about his 5 stars. He took CU out of the top 5 and came, right, he did. Oh, you cheering? Okay, so let me tell you what's going on with Cleveland. So what happened was they at the game. We all knew they at the game. We know they got a good relationship with the Manning family. They also have a good relationship with Coach Saban. So on the low, the word is they want to draft Arch Manning and then bring Coach Saban on as the head coach. And I don't know. See, now they trying to figure out. Yeah, so they want to bring Coach Saban on as the coach and then bring Arch Manning along. That's their goal. That's on the low. I heard that's on the low. If that's the case, Kevin Stefanski is on the chopping blocks too. Then he on the chopping blocks. But see, now here's the other situation that's going on in Cleveland. Deshaun is working out again. He's been working out, and I think his timetable is to come back this year. So if his timetable to come back this year, that means they're gonna be back to They're going to be back to, let me see, Deshaun, Flacco, Deshaun, Gabriel, Shador. They're going to have 5 quarterbacks. One got to get dropped. That's probably the one they just brought on is going to get dropped. See, they don't realize they got a good thing already, but they so hell-bent on Arch Manning. They hell-bent on him, though. But here's the thing, though. They got to play. If Deshaun is ready to go this year, and if they having a losing record, they got to play him because they don't pay him. He got 100 and some million guaranteed. That means he walks away with over $100 million. They're going to be paying him into the 2030s. Even if he's not playing no more, they still got to pay him. So Deshaun is already set up. Deshaun is already set up. I'm just giving it to you, man. Like Deshaun timetable, he might be ready to come back with the next 5 games. He should be ready to come back. Now, where does this leave Shador? Okay, so if they draft Arch Manning, just know they're gonna try to get a trade for Shador. They're gonna try to trade him, which is what everybody's looking for. You said, so Cleveland is brokety broke. They paid Deshaun a lot of money. They have insurance though. I heard they have insurance on it. If he can't play no more, they got insurance to recoup some of that money. Not from him. They still got to pay him, but their insurance will kick in. Yeah, Deshaun, that stuff guaranteed. He signed a baseball contract. These players are signing baseball contracts now. Yep, they signing baseball contracts. So regardless of what happens in Cleveland, Deshaun is good. That's why I'm like, hey man, I'm just playing for the love of it now. If y'all want to let me go, y'all still got to pay me. Because you know they got to leave some room for Arch. So they're going to probably want to try to offload his contract just to pay Arch. If they try to get Arch, it ain't no guarantee he coming out, though. It ain't no guarantee they're going to get him. They have to secure that #1 pick to get him. If they secure the #1 pick, then they can get Arch. And Shador's, he's going to go somewhere where they need a quarterback, for sure. Because it's already proven, it's already battle tested that he can play. It's just that he had a suck offensive line that last game. And they did that by design because they want to simmer down his motion. They want to simmer down that motion he got. He got hella motion, man. They want to simmer down that motion that he got. And it's hard to simmer it down because, you know, hey, man, he's a brand all in itself. So that's what's going on in Cleveland. It's a unique experience up in Cleveland because Deshaun working out and he looks good. So, but we're going to see what their record going to be like. But some people thinking they're going to tank. And I don't think they're going to tank, but I don't see them winning many games this season, though. I don't. At some point, Shador will eventually play. He more than likely will play in that game in England. That 5th week, when they go to London, I think he's going to play then. But, yeah, Cleveland is a mess. Yeah, they were at the Ohio State game. It's obvious why they were there. It's obvious. Anyway, guys, let me get up out of here. I will catch you guys on the next one. But, yeah, man, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for coming through. All right, y'all.